Welcome to Mirror Domain's Movie News. On today's movie news headlines, we have Aquaman 2 gets a title. Yes, we got the title for Aquaman 2. It's going to be called And the Lost Kingdom. We'll talk about that. And Laurence Fishburne talks John Wick 4. Okay, well, yeah, he's got a quick quote that we'll talk about. And then Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly are in a movie together. There's a trailer out for it. It's called Midnight in the Sodgrass? I don't know. We'll talk about that a little bit more. Snake Eyes has some new character posters out that are really cool. We'll take a look at that. And Loki is, it's... number one. It debuted at the highest numbers on Disney Plus, so it may actually require me to do some reactions and reviews. We'll talk about that on today's show. Okay, guys, you're watching Mirror Domain's Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines. If you don't know how this works, I give it to you as straight as I can with no fluff. All of these stories can be found in time codes in the description, comment section, and on that bar there on YouTube. Okay, guys, with that being said, let's just get right into today's stories. Aquaman! Aquaman 2 is coming out next year, guys. And James Wan took to his social media during an interview, or it was like a production meeting, and he revealed the title Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, yeah. It sounds okay. That's a pretty cool title, right? Yes, just, Aquaman 2, there he is right there, in this production meeting. Yes, it's a production meeting. And if you want to go online in his social media, that's where it broke. It broke on his Twitter. It was like Scary Puppet or something like that is his Twitter handle. James Wan, there he is, production meeting for Thursday, the June 10th, and it reveals the title, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Well, what could this possibly mean? What can this mean? Well, let's go down and read a little bit of this quote that some people have speculated on. Aquaman 2's title builds off the story of the first film and is a clear connection to the Seven Kingdoms of Atlantis. The first movie explored the history of the kingdom and what happened once it fell into the ocean. These seven kingdoms include Atlantis. Okay, I'm not going to read you all of this stuff, but if you want to read the quote, it's out there. So it's going to have to do with these seven kingdoms and whatever the lost kingdom is. There's some lore there. There's some Aquaman lore there that I'm not sweaty enough to know what it could be about. But, Jason Momoa and Amber Heard are slated to come back. I'm not going to talk too much about that drama. But Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, what did you think about that title? Let me know in the comments below. Laurence Fishburne returns as Bowery King in John Wick 4. This cast is growing out rather nicely. Last week we saw that Donnie Yen was joining the cast. Now we got Bill Skarsgård coming onto the cast and a whole bunch of other people. It's becoming like Knives Out 2. It's just like Laurence Fishburne confirms that he will return as Bowery King for John Wick 4 alongside Keanu Reeves. Now, Laurence Fishburne has worked with Keanu Reeves on this series. He appeared in John Wick 2 and John Wick 3 as this sort of mentor intelligence guy that likes to play with birds for some reason, but whatever. Yeah, and you know that Keanu and Fishburne worked together on the Matrix series, so it's cool to see him back in this franchise, and it's cool to see them working together again. And he's got a quick quote here that he was talking about the script. Quote, I read the script, it's really, really cool. As much as it's the same world as the other three films, it's just deeper. It's much deeper in terms of the code of the assassin and the relationship that he has with one character in particular, who I think Mr. Watanabe is playing, is really heart and soul of it. Mr. Watanabe. I think he means a character because it's not Ken Watanabe from the Dark Knight series and, Christopher Nolan's go-to man. It's not, I don't think it's him because he hasn't been announced yet for the cast. I think Watanabe must be just a character he's talking about. But, Keanu and Fishburne are going to be back for John Wick 4. That makes sense. We still don't know too much about the plot, but it's cool that Fishburne is excited about it. He says that it's going to go deeper into the Hitman lore. Okay, guys, let's go through some assorted headlines that just broke today that I'm not going to elaborate too much on, and I'm not going to make a huge 2-minute video about these either. Okay, or 5 minutes. Some people are long-winded about this stuff. Indiana Jones 5! Okay, so there was a video set out today that shows that they're working on the set, and it's going to be involving, once again, Nazis. Now, if you want to see the video, just type it into YouTube and you'll find it there. And I'm not going to elaborate too much on what the actual train looks like and stuff, because we are breaching into that territory of, okay, well, last week we saw pictures of Harrison Ford on the set, and we saw him in costume. Okay, that doesn't really spoil anything. You know that Harrison's going to be in the costume. You know that for sure. So, once we start getting into the bad guys, though, we know that Mads Mikkelsen's playing the bad guy, but now that we know that he's going to be facing Nazis again, we're slowly starting to tread into that storyline, what the story's going to be about. So that's sort of spoiler-ish territory. I mean, he's going to face Nazis. That's not a big no-brainer. But once we start getting into the mechanics of all of it, then that's why I didn't want to post a big 2-minute video about it. But I got a little bit long-winded there anyway. Okay, so Liam Neeson shuts down rumors that he's in the Disney Plus series Obi-Wan Kenobi. So he's not in it, guys. And this is from the Hollywood Reporter. I only wanted to bring this up because this was being reported on some other sites. He did have a quote about being asked if he's in the Obi-Wan series, and all Hollywood Reporter put out was this article, and it says, Liam Neeson seemed to make it clear that he will not appear in the upcoming Disney Plus series Obi-Wan Kenobi. And that's it. I scrolled down, the rest of the page was white. I was kind of like, oh, okay, well, is there anything more? So as I said, there were other sites that were saying this as well. And I guess he said that they didn't have enough money to pay him to come back. I think he was just having fun with it. Yeah. So obviously the plan wasn't there to have him. I thought maybe they can bring him back as the voice. It would be nice to hear Obi-Wan commune with him. But it's kind of a bummer that so far that hasn't materialized, because Obi-Wan is in full motion now, recording their stuff. Production is well underway. So, Lord of the Rings has a new movie coming out called The War of the Rohirrim. Okay, what is this all about, guys? Once again, this is a topic that I don't want to make a 5-minute video on, but people will anyway. It's an animated movie that's going to come out, and it's going to tell the tale of the King of Rohan, Helm Hammerhand, and it's going to take place 250 years before the events of Lord of the Rings. So 250 years, guys, and I think it's going to explain the battle of the original battles of Helm Deep. You know, the climax area of the Two Towers. I actually like that battle a lot. So knowing that there's going to be an animated movie about that, I think that's cool. I can't wait to see that. Because then they can bring in some voice talents, and that'll be really cool. Obviously, it's not going to be connected in any way whatsoever to the Lord of the Rings series that's going to debut on Amazon Plus that they're working on. This is just going to be an animated movie, and so far, from what I understand, it's going to be hopefully out in the theaters. Nothing concrete just as of yet when that'll be, but hey, guys, it's in motion. So, the Lord of the Rings, the War of the Rohirrim. You know those guys. Okay. Midnight in the Switchgrass. Megan Fox. It says Bruce Willis and Emile Hirsch on this poster. But what caught my eye, and for most people, was that Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly, who are a couple in real life, are going to be appearing in this movie together. And I thought maybe I would do a trailer reaction, but then I saw that the reception, while it's there, people are searching for this movie. I don't think a full trailer reaction is warranted. I'll play a little bit of it here on the side. Basically, Megan Fox and Bruce Willis are FBI agents investigating some murderer that takes down prostitutes. And if you believe that Megan Fox is an FBI agent, okay. Bruce Willis kind of looks like, oh man, what am I doing here kind of look, which is kind of a bummer. But let's just take a look at the IMDb page and the synopsis for this. A Midnight in the Switchgrass, and it has a whole bunch of producers. It's got like 15 producers. None of which are Megan Fox or Machine Gun Kelly. I thought maybe at first they produced it, but it's not the case. Popularity is going down. I can maybe understand why. The synopsis reads, an FBI agent and Florida state officer team up to investigate a string of unsolved murder cases. And Emile Hirsch, I think, plays the Florida state officer. The cast is Bruce Willis, Megan Fox, Emile Hirsch, Machine Gun Kelly. Lucas Haas is in this. Okay, yeah, he plays the bad guy, right? I believe in the trailer. Oh, yeah. Okay, so there we go. Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly. Let's just see if I can pull up the YouTube trailer, and well, I'll talk over it. I'm not going to do a full reaction for it. Okay, guys. So there she is, and there's Machine Gun Kelly. Basically, this is a setup. She's in a sting operation, and it's funny because she beats the tar out of him. So if you want to see Megyn Kelly beat the tar out of Machine Gun Kelly, watch this trailer. Maybe I should do a trailer reaction to this. It's fun. That's what it is. It's a fun, schlocky movie where Megan Fox tries to stretch herself as an actress. I gotta tell you this. Obviously, we know that Bruce Willis can act, but here it looks like he may just phone it in. Emile Hirsch. We know that Emile Hirsch can act. Definitely, for sure. And I don't know too much about Machine Gun Kelly as an actor. I know people like his music, but in this, he's probably just got a really, really small role. Looks like he's playing an informant of some kind. But it looks like Bruce Willis and Megan Fox have a lot of interactions. And I gotta tell you this. Okay, Megan Fox does not have the widest range of being an actress, but she can act. She does have delivery, and that's where I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. How do you get range? How do you get experience? By doing stuff like this. It will be like a lower budget. It's not going to be a big box office draw or anything like that, but that's how you build up your resume. You get the experience, you do it, and I think Megan Fox, if she can develop her acting skills, she can be, obviously we know that the camera likes her, she can be a really good high star. That's what I think. But she's got to develop that acting muscle. And Midnight in the Switchgrass, well, we'll just have to wait and see, guys. We'll have to wait and see. I don't think it's going to get a whole bunch of buzz, but it is getting a lot of views, the trailer at least, and I wanted to talk about that. That's what I wanted to talk about. Okay. With that being said, guys, let's talk about Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes is coming out next month, and they have some new character posters out that we're going to take a look at. Okay, so we know that we saw this poster before for Snake Eyes, July 23rd. Okay, that looks pretty cool. But they also have some other ones here. Scarlet, that's cool. Played by Samara Weaving, right? That's her. I think that looks pretty cool. Storm Shadow gets his own poster. That's really cool. I like that. Baroness. Okay. So, she's the bad guy. I'm not too sure exactly how big of a role she will be, because they're saying Cobra is not a big influence in this, but they're there, obviously. Well, obviously, because Baroness and Storm Shadow are there. Blind Master. Okay. Interesting. Hard Master. Don't get me started. Kenta. Okay, so some of these characters are probably from the Arashikage, which I don't know too much. That's the ninja group that tries to recruit him, right? Is that the way it goes? Akiko is somebody who helps him train. But those posters are pretty cool. I think they're pretty cool for Snake Eyes. So Snake Eyes is set for release July 23rd. I'm probably expecting a final trailer here in the next couple of weeks, and we'll do a trailer reaction for that. Snake Eyes, what do you think about these new character posters? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, let's go back to the other news stories for today. Finally, Loki has the most watched premiere on any Marvel Disney Plus show. Loki episode 1. Okay. Loki earns the title of the most watched premiere of any Marvel show on Disney Plus, beating out WandaVision and The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Okay. Guys, I think that pretty much confirms it. I'm going to do a reaction and review for this series. It's only 6 episodes, so it's not going to drain me too much. But I'm not going to do it like everybody else, where you get to see the actual footage of the episode. I know that you should, and it's going to be like a hybrid between what the bigger channels do, where it's just going to be like a talk show of me talking about the events, but I'll show pictures. I'll show pictures in mine, and you'll actually get to watch me watching it. I'll pause it halfway through, and then I'll talk about it. If you've seen it before, I've done it for The Haunting of Bly Manor, that kind of style. Because, guys, even though people say it, if I show the footage on the side, it still gets copyright claimed, and you're not supposed to be doing that. YouTube clearly says you're not supposed to be doing that. And people say, well, it's for fair use, and that's a whole video on its own. But let's just take a look at the numbers for Loki. Loki had the most popular Disney Plus premiere streamed by 820,000 U.S. households. That's a lot of people. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier had 759K. WandaVision had 655K. So this is from Fandom. Get Fandom that was reporting these numbers for Loki, guys. Yeah, that settles it. I'm going to be watching this series, and I'm hoping that you guys join me for the watch along, because I think that for the most part that's going to be pretty cool. That is going to be pretty cool. Okay, so guys. That was today's movie news headlines. Let me know what you thought about some of these in the comments below and talk about them. I know it's kind of rough and raw still. I'm still memorizing all the hotkeys on the keyboard to put in all of these slides and all of the music. You're watching Mirror Domains Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines. If you like what you've seen, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe right there.